Move to this story. And ducks, it seems, have taken to pest control like a duck to water. For some years now, the Indian runner ducks of Vergenoegd Low wine estate near Stellenbosch have been playing their part in keeping bugs away from the precious grapes. And to tell us all about it, I'm joined now by Vusi Dalitkuba, who is a winemaker at Vergenoegd Low. Vusi, thank you so much for joining us. We tried to chat to you last night. We had major sound problems. Wonderful to be able to have this conversation. Tell me about the Indian runner ducks. Were they specifically brought to the wine estate to eat the bugs, or was this benefit discovered by chance?
Thank you, Sally. Thank you for the opportunity to join with this later this evening. So the farm always had the ducks in the previous years from the late 1600s, but the Indian runner ducks, they were introduced to the farm on the 1980s by the previous owner of the farm, John Forey, which is he saw them as part of being sustainable in our vineyards. The ducks, we use them mostly to the vineyards to control the pests and eat away all the insects, because they have this posture of they can stand up and they walk, and they're not like as the other ducks, as they will wiggle. So they will eat all the insects, like look up at all the insects and also eat all the other insects that are in the ground. And also with the runner ducks on the farm as well, we also produce wine which is named after them, which is because they are part of our sustainability and also part of the regenerative farming that we focus on into the vineyard, so that we use more of the tractors into the vineyards so that we don't combat the soil. And also we have already introduced into the farm some Dexter cows, so that we can regenerate that farming. Yeah.
So it's ducks and it's cows, and of course the ducks, I understand, don't just pick out the bugs, but they also leave their droppings, which help with the soil, which is what the cattle do in the off-season. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct. So we will use them mostly in winter time, because that's when there's no grapes, because during the growing season they will also eat the grapes. So we'll take them out during the growing season, because they also do eat the grapes as well. So we use them mostly in winter, so that also as they eat, because they form their composting as they excrete into the soil, into the vineyard.
I mean, it's amazing to watch that footage of the ducks. I mean, you're explaining how the cattle can't be allowed near the grapes because they'll just chow all the grapes. The ducks don't go for the grapes, they just go for the bugs. It's funny to watch them. They look like a little army. They're quite upright as they walk through. Do you literally just lead them in and off they go? And how effective are they? I mean, are they more effective than a chemical pesticide?
So they are more effective because you have guys that will guide them into the blocks, especially in winter season, because we have experienced in the past, since I started with the farm, we had a lot of snails, and which were affecting the quality of the grapes that we produce. So by introducing the ducks, they were eating a lot of those snails, and also so the guys will rotate them into different boxes at times, so that they can guide them towards the blocks where they need to be.
And you explained that these Indian runner ducks have a long history at the Vergenoegd Low wine estate, but they were sort of introduced back in the 80s, and now they're actually helping the farm become a sustainable farm, because you've mentioned the cattle, but there's a whole lot of interventions really to make this wine farm as sustainable as possible.
Yes, so on the farm, we've introduced as well the solar system, which is going to help us with the power energy crisis that we have in South Africa. And also with that, we use a drip irrigation system, which uses less water, because it directs the water into your root systems, which is also that part of sustainability. But sustainability doesn't only go with the animals as well. It goes also with the people on the farm. So also our people, we have this Vieta creditors that is how we treat the labor in our farm, how we work with them, like so that everyone is in a happy environment. Because we believe that yes.
Sorry, yes. I mean, it does sound like a wonderfully codependent in the positive sense. Do the ducks lay eggs as well? Can you get an Indian runner duck omelette if you come to the wine estate?
So the ducks have a season where they will lay eggs, and each ducks, because their they don't hatch their eggs. So they will just lay also in the field. When you take them to the vineyards, they'll just lay eggs all over. So each duck can lay about 300 eggs in a season.
Wow.
And then also we have 2 restaurants on the farm, Gervels and Clara's Barn, which is, you will get them, our eggs will be sold there during the season. And also we do breeding of the new ducks, which is we introduce also to other farms that want ducks as part of their sustainability in vineyards, and also you can use in orchards as well, so that they can eat all the insects into the farm.
Certainly sounds like an amazing system. But of course, I cannot let you go as a winemaker, Vusi, asking you about the wine and whether the setup that you've got makes a difference in your work when you produce these wines. Just tell me a little bit more about the wines themselves.
So Vergenoegd Low is situated about 4 kilometers away from the sea, which is we get this nice cool effect into our vineyards. And then we have this river which runs along our vineyards, which is, it deposits some of the granite particles into our soil when it's raining a lot in winter season, which also, because we produce a range of runner ducks, which we are so proud of, which is a Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, Rosé, and some runner duck red blend. And also we have the family range, which is named after Vergenoegd Low, which is we produce most of our Merlot, Shiraz, Cabernet, which we've won some awards with it. So we are very proud of our ducks, and also and the wines that we make. Yeah, because Vergenoegd was known to produce high quality wines, which is where still on that path also to continue with the tradition of producing good wines on the farm.
It sounds like an amazing setup, and how lovely to make wine at a farm such as Vergenoegd with all those fantastic ducks, the army of pest controllers. Thank you so much for chatting to us this evening. Much appreciated. That, of course, is Vusi Dalicquba. He's a winemaker at Vergenoegd Wine Estate. Just